Hello anime lovers, back again on the Anime Sakai channel. Today I will provide information on the release date of Sugar Apple, which will enter the final episode. As is known, Studio JC staff confirmed that it will end the first season of Sugar Apple in episode 24. This anime, which is adapted from the novel by Miri Mikawa, has 17 volumes in circulation. Previously in episode 22, Gladys took Anne to a castle-like place full of fairies. Then Gladys said that she and Xiao were equal. But in fact she was weak to the point of saving Xiao's wings. At that time, Gladys talked about the human king Cedric who was fighting against the fairy king. Gladys also said that their dispute was proof that humans and fairies cannot be united. Then one by one the truth was revealed. The fairy king named Lyzalba Cyril Sash was the owner of the first stone sword that made Xiao and Gladys born. Lyzalba also hopes that the gemstone will become a fairy king, but Xiao doesn't believe it because Lyzalba's sword has been protected by humans and no one expects a new fairy king. Gladys also said that if she and Xiao unite their forces, they can free the fairies and continue Lyzalba's will to take over the human land. For that Gladys he needs the power of Xiao. However, Xiao refused, even though Lyzalba wanted it, he was not interested in becoming fairy king. Hearing this, Gladys felt annoyed with Anne because Xiao was influenced by her. Gladys also told Xiao that his bond with Anne would be a misfortune for Anne, because the first stone fairy had a long life while Anne, who was a human, would die first. On the other hand, Keith saw Elliot working casually even though Anne was being kidnapped, and he immediately became angry. Elliot also explained that he handed over the silver sugar to the Viscount. Hearing this, Elliot immediately became angry. Actually, Elliot wanted to save Anne, but his opponent was a fairy who overwhelmed Xiao. As a confectionery craftsman, Elliot could only continue making confectionery for festivals. Then Gladys met Anne and told Anne to make candy. Because the candy made by the Silver Sugar Master is the best food to replenish the strength of the fairies. Anne refused the request, but Gladys threatened to kidnap the confectionery workers. Gladys also told Anne to stay away from Xiao, because after Anne died, Xiao would be alone again. Then Anne met the fairy who was previously born because of it. Lulacy Elman also said that he gave up his wings to Gladys. Not only Lulacy but all the fairies also gave up their wings, because Gladys will become the king of the fairies and give freedom to the fairies. Then suddenly Anne cried and was angry, because fairies don't have to give up their wings for freedom. Because a king has no right to seize such beautiful things. But the fairies didn't understand what Anne meant. So episode 23 of Sugar Apple will air today, while episode 24 will be released on September 22, 2023.